And we're back. It's the Jaguar Journal. Come on, Mike. You got to help me out right there. Oh, man. You know I'm struggling this morning. Come on, man. Hey, to everybody that's watching on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook Live, man, we got a new program. So if you see those same commercials over and over, that's just because my man Mike is still working out the kinks with the program here in the studio. They kind of changed some things on us. And so we're still trying to work it out. So if you're watching those same videos, I mean, the people listening on radio, you don't have anything to worry about. You're going to get those commercials. But for all our listeners and watchers and viewers on our YouTube and Facebook Live, that's the thing. I know somebody eventually is going to be like, hey, y'all showing the same thing. Yes, we are. Okay, just bear with it. It ain't going to kill you. Just hold on. If you don't want to hear it, just mute it until it comes back on. But I'm sure you do. It's the sounds of the Southern University Human Jukebox. But that's what's going on. You'll get that throughout today as we go through the show. It'll be that same commercial as my man Mike working diligently to try to make sure as we move forward that the programming that we have with the new one gets updated and we get everything in there to try to get that viewership for you guys better. All right, let's get ready to have this conversation because this man right here is a champion. And listen, I enjoy talking to champions because he brought a championship home to Southern this year. And Southern needs it. The fans needed it. The athletic department needed it. And I appreciate him for doing it. And I appreciate you for coming on this morning. Southern University head women's soccer coach, my man, Coach Jeremy Fontenot. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, grateful, man. Blessed and grateful.
Very humble about it. I mean, was you that humble when you won?
The player said I was. I didn't think I was, but hey, I think that's what I try my best to stay humble. I mean, I enjoy the moment, but there's still more to do.
You know, Coach, I'm gonna tell you something. How this comes full circle. You and I used to work together a long time ago, and I never thought I'd be sitting here today where you at and where I'm at, and we sitting here in an interview this way. What about you?
Oh yeah, man. I think we talk about it, look back at that all the time, man. And I tell people all the time, man, as long as you keep working and pushing yourself, you're gonna find yourself in a good spot.
Man, this is amazing. And for y'all don't know, Coach Fontenot and I, we worked together many years ago, man, and it was completely away from athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And now to be right here, man, this is awesome. I'm not even gonna lie, man. This really is awesome. That's why, man, every time I see, man, it's nothing but love. Because when I'm on campus and anytime I'm around, I watch you with that program. I watch those young ladies, even if there is not a coach out there, go out there and grind and work, kicking, working on drills, running. I mean, you can see the extra effort that this team has put in. And I notice it. I may not say anything, but I'm noticing it every time I'm watching them working. Then I see you out there working, pushing them, getting them ready. And when you watch that out of a team and a program, especially when players have that discipline themselves to go out there without anyone working with them or accountability from a coach, but to push each other, you know you own to something. And it is amazing to watch that come full circle at the fact that that hard work paid off for them and yourself and won a SWAC championship as you guys in the number 3 seed defeated the number 1 seed Texas Southern last week over in Prairie View, Texas in the SWAC women's soccer tournament. And let's just go back to that game, Coach. And matter of fact, before we get to that game, just take us through the entire tournament, right, as you guys started that tournament and how game by game led up to that championship game and then how you guys ultimately won it, Coach.
Oh man, hey, we go back to that. Even going back to the point where last time you saw me out there, before I met up with y'all upstairs, and the young lady I had out there that day was a young lady, sophomore Jalea Berry, and she never complained, but she came to me, said, "Coach, how can I get back on the field?" And she had a few injuries and things like that, and basically we talked about getting out of her head and just playing. So she was like, "Coach, can you get out there on the field with me?" And I said, "Yes." And we did that. And the same thing that we was working on, she was able to get a goal that day and push the team. And coming out before the tournament, I think Jalea had about 200 minutes the whole season. And, we talk about showing up when your name is called. And that day she showed up and helped us to victory against Alabama State. We also one of our freshmen that is just, we told her, you just got all the way, keep following up, keep pushing, keep running, never stopping. And she was able to get a rebound out that. And then you come down to the Grambling game, and we speak about rivalries all the time. We speak about we beat them early this year. Speak about how they've been there to the tournament, into the tournament championship, and won it the last year. And you're speaking just fighting through the end, and that's what that was. That was a whole grind from both teams. Got to give it up to them. They had their opportunity. We had our opportunity, but nobody was able to finish until the end. 0-0 tie until we get the PKs. And when we're in PKs, man, the way we practice, the way we develop them on that side, we always feel like we got a good chance. And with our keeper, when you can't like really just doubt the number one keeper in the conference. Two-time SWAC championship. Two-time SWAC goalkeeper of the year. You can't doubt her. So she came up big, saving 2 saves, and we talk about that. Just save one, and you give us a chance. So she came up big, saving 2, and that's what kind of having that team effort. And then the last game, you just give it to the seniors. Having 10 seniors, and you in the championship. You just give it to them, talk to them, and tell them, hey, it's y'all team, y'all run a game. I'm just going to be a fan today. And that's what it was. The seniors came up big when it was time to show up. Our goalkeeper said she had 12 saves that whole tournament for in the championship. Our center back, even though she's a grad transfer and she had one more year, but she gave us an assist and saved a goal for us in the last few minutes. And then our Taylor Henry, she's a senior. She just got behind the net and then put one behind the net for us. And then other young ladies that pulled up, they just follow each other. And so, Kyrie Price came in, came in with a couple of injuries this year, but was able to pull it through and able to get us a good start in the first half too. So I just give it up, man. To be honest, I give it all up to my seniors. The senior class really, really stepped up in the tournament. I believe, and I'm not going to repeat it over and over, but I believe that we had a good chance to be in first place. But things didn't happen our way, and at the end we came through.
Came through in a major way. He came through so big, man. You won the first ever SWAC Women's Soccer Championship in Southern University athletic history. Your name will forever be etched in stone. This team and those young lady names will forever be etched in stone for the accomplishment that they had this year. And what I want to talk to you about, you had the selection show. What's next for you guys?
Oh, man. So we do play Mississippi State today at 5 p.m. ESPN Plus. But that's the thing we talk about to the young ladies, where do we go from here, and everything. Knowing that we lose a lot of seniors, we don't want to end this year with a not just no embarrassment, but we want to give them the best game we can, and hopefully we get an upset. That's the number one thing right now. But after this, I talk to the coaching staff. I tell them, man, we gotta come back hard. We gotta recruit smart and everything, not just recruit players, but we gotta recruit smart to repeat this and everything, and keep being in the journey or being in the spotlight and everything, and to a point where we are competing with these top schools and everything. I think we are doing good with competing with teams around the state and everything, knowing that as of right now, I think only us and LSU was in the NCAA tournament this year. And so we are doing good with just competing in the state, but we want to start competing with some of these mid-major schools around the country, plus to the point where we're competing with these top four schools. And I think we can. We just have to be smarter with recruiting, especially when you have a big class leaving this year and everything. And you have to, just stay on the grind, stay hungry, but stay humble at the same time.
Looking at today's opponent, the Mississippi State NCAA Tournament, talk about this opponent today with Mississippi State.
Oh man, I've been watching them since I've been here, and watching the team. Coach Anderson, watch him grow this team. I think him and his staff arrived in 2018, and that was one of the first people I met on the recruiting trail and followed them and everything. And just watching them grow from that moment to now, to the point where, at times they weren't even making the the SEC tournament and everything, to the point where they are running the tables in the SEC and then putting numbers up in the world and everything. Going into their tournament, I think they was in like number 2 in the country and everything. And we kind of knew, hey, we win. This is who we got to play, and what they can do. They strong on the back line defense. With, I forgot the name, but with the defensive player of the year. But the offense is attacking, man. They gonna attack a lot. But I think for us and our plan with it is, not to back down on them. We definitely want to play with them, give them a little pressure. But also we want to play together on the defensive side and keeping everything in front. So that's going to be our key of it. But we know this team right here is hungry for the championship, because they haven't been here, especially not this high and everything. But so we know it's going to take a good 90 minutes plus, if possible, for us. But we hungry too, but I think we have to understand that this team right here is different compared to the other teams.
I hope you go in there and upset them, Coach. That'll make it even bigger for me. Go in there and upset Mississippi State, set them back, and keep on moving in the tournament, because it don't just end for the SWAC Championship, man. There's a possibility of a national championship out there, for you and these young ladies.
And that's the definite conversation we have. You get, we see it all the time, man. We get these smaller schools, they win a conference tournament and get into these games and just check out and everything. That's been the conversation, not just coming from me and my staff, but also some of the players, coming in, hey, we got to play. We can't give up because we had a championship. And I let them speak a lot and let them talk, especially when they talk positive and everything. And, when we got there to Mississippi State yesterday, they lived the dream again, and we had to come back together and just discuss it before we get out there and practice. But you could see it in their eyes that they still want to play. Especially when you have a big senior class, you get a few of them like, man, I'm ready to graduate. I'm ready to get out of here. We didn't do what we had to do. But this group right here, man, this group's special. They still have in their mindset that they can keep playing, still have the mindset they want to keep playing and everything. They want to not just play in this game, but keep playing after this. And that's the mindset I always dream about with these young ladies, and we're finally starting to see it.
Listen, man, you bring a national championship to Southern University women's soccer program, you're going to be gone next year.
Man, I might. If we do that, I might retire that next
year. Now you're not gonna retire. The money gonna be calling. And listen, the money gonna be calling. And that's what I gotta ask. The fact that you're here, you're talking about this senior class. This is what you built. I remember when Coach Prather was here before you took over the program, and then you came in and took over the program, and watch you build and build and build to finally you have reached the pinnacle by winning a SWAC title, something this school has never done in women's soccer for its athletic program. To build a women's soccer program in this conference, what does that look like?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you like this: it's not easy. It's not built for the weak. But especially with me coming in when the whole athletic program was kind of down with the APR and everything. You had to learn and do it a little different. I could have easily say, "Hey, I'm gonna let everybody go and we're gonna start fresh." But when you on the APR and all those things, you have to be patient with not just yourself with your program, but with the athletic program in the school and everything. Knowing that, hey, we have to not just build a team that players that just want to play, but they gotta love school too, and not just with us having this winning championship. Our APR is 1,000% right now, and everything. So we had to. It was tough more because some players, at that moment, it wasn't ready for Division I college, not necessarily on the soccer field, but in the classroom too. So sometimes we have to miss out on that. We have to put them in situations where they can't play or they are not eligible and everything. So those things right there had to be looked at each and every semester, not just every year, but each and every semester. And then we had some things where, you know, players just didn't fit. They was good players, but when you're at Southern University, you have to be real, real disciplined, and you have to discipline yourself before the coach disciplines. So it was a test, um, but everybody had that goal was to win, but we just didn't know how to win together and everything. So it was a process we had to take each and every year. I watch other coaches in the conference come in, and we talk about Graham, we talk about Jack State coming there. They'll change their whole program, but they had the opportunity to do that because they could let their players go. They could bring in extra pay, but we had a limit to what we had to do and everything, to a point where we got our APR, to the point where we got our APR in the right direction. We got our GPAs up in the right direction. We got more discipline as we went through, and then the discipline is going to change because you haven't been there before. But now that we're here, man, we could be more disciplined with them. We have more wiggle room with that 1,000% to change some things here by year and make sure that everybody is on the same page. So I expect a lot from us these next couple of years. I expect the coaching staff to be more aware of what they are doing, and I expect the players to be more engaged in everything, each and every day and every year and everything. So I just say like this: it was a process. It wasn't easy when you do it that way. Like I said, I could easily say, "Hey, I'm a clean house," but the biggest thing most of these young ladies and young athletes want is to graduate. So having 90-some% of my players graduating from Southern University and not just leaving, that's a bigger testimony for my program than the championship. This championship just add to it and support everything for us. But man, to see these young ladies, I have about 7 to 8 players in graduating in December, and another 5 or 6 between 4 or 5 years of school graduating and everything. That's what makes me happy. That's when you're going to see me jump and shout and everything. Right now, the championship, we just got to keep on going and keep on pushing. But, man, what makes me really excited is that these young ladies are staying at Southern University and walking across that stage.
Coach, let me ask you this. I got about 3 minutes before I have to go to a break, but I've always, where I'm at, when teams win championships and do something they never done before, how do we then take the program to the next level? Because I'm all about building the program instead of just saying, hey, he made something work with nothing and he's just going to keep having them with nothing. I want to see you build. Coach, financially, what does it look like to run this program, and what do you need now that you have this program winning a championship for the first time ever? What do you need financially from us, the Jaguar Nation, to pour into this program to help elevate it to the next level, to continue this excellence and push it to the next level for you guys?
Oh man, I think the way this new portal and recruiting area is going, we have to see the players. We have to get out there and actually see them, actually get them out here to campus and let them see that part of it. But it's pouring more into that recruitment side. That's our biggest thing and biggest focus right now. We want to be able to see the student athlete when they are in distress, when they help their mental and things like that, instead of just talking on the phone and everything. It's easy to have a conversation on the phone and say, "Oh, you're a good soccer player. I see your film." But we want to be able to actually see them, sit down with them, and get back to that old school recruiting where you are actually having that, sitting at the table and really start talking about those details and their plan in your plan as a university and a program and everything. So the biggest thing for me is getting us out there, helping us, support us to get us out there to recruit more face-to-face and get the student athletes out there to recruit more and everything. And then everything else, I think with equipment, everything else will fall in place. We do need help with like recruiting equipment and things like that, making sure the ladies have enough equipment to get out there, like small goals and volley, things like that, just to get out there and work on their own, because they want to. You know, at first we got here, you have to push them to get out there and work on their own. And that's what I'm starting to see with all athletes getting out there. Friends, you see, I see it all the time, softball, tennis, football, basketball, all the players starting to work out together, starting to run together and do things together. And that's the experience that I grew up with and everything. It didn't matter what sport you played, didn't matter what, what avenue you had going on. If you had some equipment, you had something to do, you was out there working out, and you was out there working out with your friends and your peers and everything. And everybody got it. Everybody understood the assignment. So the biggest thing for us is the recruiting, getting out there to these tournaments, getting out there to these schools, getting out there to these homes and everything, but also getting the players out here on campus where they are experienced, to be able to experience the school and to be able to experience those games and things like that. If we don't have the funds for that, it's really tough, and we're recruiting between a computer and between a phone. So
Coach, let me ask you this real quick. I got to get the break. What if people want to donate? Because people are listening to this program. Coach Fontenot just won the first ever SWAC Women's Soccer Championship in Southern University athletic history. If they out there listening, Coach, and realize you guys need equipment and need money towards recruiting and everything else, how do they get in touch with you?
They get in touch with me via email at Jeremy_Fontenot at Southern University, or through my office at 225-771-3052, or through my cell. Don't mind giving my cell. It's 225-270-8871. But also through the Alumni Federation and the foundation, we do have a separate page just for soccer, so they could donate straight through there, through the soccer page, the soccer foundation, and everything.
Thank you, Coach, for coming on this morning. That's the voice of Coach Jeremy Fontenot, Southern University head women's soccer coach, Coach of the Year, SWAC champion, taking on Mississippi State today. Good luck to you guys, Coach.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you always bringing me on.
Yes, sir. And if you guys are listening out there, give to this program. Help Coach Fontenot take this program to the next level. They did something they've never done before, and that's win a championship. Let's help elevate it and take it up some more. All right, let's get ready to take a break. When I come back on the other side, man, we're going to jump right into some football. Southern taking on UAPB today. SWAC West Division title on the line. Let's talk about it. Y'all stay tuned. More to Jaguar Journey.